What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today, I'm super excited because we're gonna do a really chill, laid back kind of video today where we are just gonna do our makeup together and get glam. And I'm gonna be using all new viral products, but this is gonna be a little bit different than the typical videos that I do when I do this, because instead of doing it like first impression style where you guys are watching me try a product for the first time, all of these products I've actually already tried and have been using for the past couple weeks, so then I can give you guys more of a true review. Let me know how you like that. I absolutely love doing first impressions. They're fun and exciting. I will definitely continue to do them. However, sometimes I do feel like it's helpful to be able to give a more robust review on products instead of just showing you my initial thoughts on it, but being able to actually like try the product over time, especially because the products we're going to be using today are more like high-end, like stuff from like Sephora. So like y'all want to know if it's worth your coin or not, and not just a first impression. So that's what I'm trying to do today. Let me know how you guys feel about that type of video, but we have some fun, exciting stuff to chat about. So without further ado, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you're notified of all my future uploads. And let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we're going to skip primer. I use this Key Largo Glow. These are from Tarte. These are not new. They've been out for like a very long time, but I mixed them in with my moisturizer today, and I feel like my face is like almost tanner than my body is, and we are glowing a lot. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So we're just gonna jump in with foundation. This is the new MPH Lay Skin Foundation. Now, MPH is a newer brand. It's from Mary Phillips, who she is a celebrity makeup artist. So she came out with a brand at Sephora. I've tried a few products from the brand. I thought they were good. Then I tried the Lay Skin. This, honestly, I think is the best foundation that I have tried in the past couple years. It's beautiful. Let me just show you. I have shade 150 Neutral. This is a stunning foundation. It gives a great coverage. I would say that it's medium. If you use a lot of it, you could build it up to be more full coverage, but I would say on its own, it's pretty much medium coverage. But I suffer with a lot of redness and stuff, and it does a great job at covering that up. And it's just the finish of this that is so stunning. It looks like skin. Like, it is beautiful and it lasts all day long. It does give a nice glow to the skin, which is why I didn't want to go in with another like more glowy primer on top of how my skin already was, because I know that this foundation is glowy, but it is well worth every penny. Like, I'm telling you, it is absolutely beautiful. Lasts well, looks like skin, but gives this like perfected filter-like look to the skin, but does not look like overly makeup-y. Only thing I'm gonna tell you right now, and I do not care because I have literally been using this every single day, so clearly it doesn't stop me from using it. It smells like Fritos. You guys know those like chips? It smells just like that. It's so funny. There could be worse smells, okay? I don't think it's meant to smell like that. I do not believe it's scented. That's just how it ended up smelling for whatever reason, but it quite literally is never gonna stop me from using this because I really, really love it. Okay, up next, we actually have a product that is a first impression. I believe there's two products in here that I wanted to use today that are like brand new that I have not gotten a chance to try out yet. This is one of them, and that is the Hung Van Gogh Transculpt Bronzing Contour Balm. So I have this in shade Ambitious, and I may have matched myself incorrectly because this does look a bit deep for me. Obviously it is supposed to be a bronzing balm, but we're gonna try it out together and see. This is another newer brand at Sephora, also from a celebrity makeup artist. I've tried a few of his products and have been impressed, but let's see about the bronzing balm, how this looks. Like that it comes with a mirror. I do have like, there's like a little plasticky thing over it because this is my first time using it. And I'm actually gonna keep it on there because I'm dusting off the excess on that, but let's just go in and see how this looks on the skin. Okay, I think I should be able to make this shade work. I definitely should have went with a shade lighter, I believe, but let's blend her out and see. Okay, so I'm looking on the website right now. There is 8 shades of this, and the one that I got does say light to medium with neutral undertone, so that's why I went with this one. I would say err on the side of a bit lighter if you're interested in getting this and you're like ordering it online without seeing in store, because it definitely does run a little bit deep, which I'm not mad at, especially because it is a bronzer. It gives a beautiful bronzy finish. And this is a gel balm to powder texture. That is a mouthful. I would definitely say it does seem like I was almost thinking it was gonna be more glowy. It's not. It's definitely giving that more so powder finish, although it is not a powder product. That is how the finish ends up drying. So for my matte skin girlies, if you're scared of like liquid kind of contour products that end up being too glowy on you, you probably will love this. For some reason, it is coming off slightly patchy on my cheek though, which I'm trying to like blend it and I'm like, I don't know. So that I do not love personally. There are definitely other like bronzer type of products like this that I prefer. But again, most of the ones that I prefer are more glowy. So it depends what you're looking for. But I know I got my matte skin girlies out there that love a good matte finish. This one may be for you. Okay, now this is the last product that I have not tried yet. These are gonna be a first impression as well, but these are from Fenty. They gave us these Shake and Play Buildable Liquid Blushes. So I have 3 shades. I'm gonna go in with this one. This looks so pretty. Oh! I'm just throwing it on the floor. Sorry. This is in the shade Faya Papaya. They always have the cutest shade name, so I'm gonna shake it up. That's what it says to do. and then the little top gets product on it. So let's just go in and pop these on the cheeks. I have no idea if this is gonna be like super pigmented, light coverage, I don't know. So let's blend and see, okay? Giving pigment, but it's blending. I love like a bright pink pop like this for summer. It's one of my favorite color cheeks to do. This is blending really nicely and does have a nice pigment to it, but is blending out naturally. Like I just did the shake and then I never re-dipped. So if you wanted it to be even bolder, you could re-dip it again, shake it again for each cheek. But I think this is like the perfect kind of intensity of color for me for the cheeks. Really like this, this is beautiful. I will totally use this summer. Alrighty, up next we have the new Patrick Ta concealer. This is the Major Skin Soft Blur Brightening Concealer from Patrick Ta. Now, I have a lot of thoughts on this. It's a very interesting concealer. So I am a huge fan of the Patrick Ta foundation, and this is very different to me than the foundation is. I don't know if you can see when I apply it on, but the texture is more, it's like a thicker texture, almost like moussey, which the foundation is anything but. It's very liquidy, where this is not a super liquidy concealer. It definitely has a bit of a thicker texture to it. It is, I would say, a medium coverage. I'm using shade Light Peachy Neutral. So this is obviously a lighter shade, so it's giving me some brightness. It claims to be hydrating and a natural finish. I do think it's hydrating, but I think the finish is more matte to me than natural. Like if I was to compare this to the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, which is a concealer that I use all the time, I think that one has more of like a true natural finish. This one does give you a little bit more matte finish, but I do not find it to be drying, which that's the biggest thing. A lot of matter like concealers can be more drying. It's just a very different, I guess, experience than the foundation, which I thought they were gonna kind of be like the same sort of thing. And I feel like they are two totally like different sort of products. So while I don't think this is a bad product, I certainly like the foundation better, and it is not my favorite concealer. Like to me, the Patrick Ta foundation with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, that combo, so good. Love that. I think it's just the thicker texture of this concealer that throws me off a bit and just has not been my favorite. Although you can see it does give a good coverage. It does give brightness underneath the eyes. So it's not a bad product by any means. There are just personally other concealers at this price point that I like better. I'm gonna set my under eyes with my favorite Laura Mercier powder. This is another, with this concealer as well, if it is not set, you're definitely gonna see it creasing. But that's to be said with pretty much most concealers, to be honest with you. Like, at least on me, I have fine little lines underneath my eyes, so my concealers need to be set with a powder. But I'm using my favorite pink powder underneath just to further brighten, but then we have a new powder to use all over the face. And that is this new green powder from Huda Beauty. So when I first saw this, I literally thought that it was like an April Fool's joke or something, but then it arrived at my doorstep and I was like, oh, they're serious. But then after I thought about it, I was like, hang on, I'm quite literally the person that could benefit from this because I have the reddest skin. So green counteracts red. Because typically when I think of colored powders, I think of using them for my under eyes because I love to use like a light pink powder underneath my eyes or yellow to brighten, where green, I personally wouldn't use it underneath my eyes because I don't have redness underneath my eyes. It's more so like purple and blue tones that I would want to counteract. But the green setting powder for all over the face, if you have a lot of redness, is really good. My one gripe with the Huda powders though, and it always has been, is that the top goes up like this to keep the powder from flying everywhere, which I like, but it inevitably gets messy with your brush. And then you kind of always have to put your brush on this side. That's like one little gripe that I have with her powders, but I deal with it because I do think that they are good. And this is the first brand that I have seen or tried with a green powder. And it really does do a nice job if you have a lot of redness in your skin like I do. And it doesn't leave you looking green though, because that's always my concern too, is like, am I gonna look like Strack if I use this green powder all over my face? And no, it doesn't. It just adds a very slight tint and will kind of neutralize that redness. And this is definitely gonna make you very matte. So it depends on your personal preference. I don't always powder my entire face. I used to pretty much always do it. I don't always anymore, but this is a product that if I feel like my skin is really just looking red, I would definitely use to go over because I do think it really helps to kind of neutralize everything. Okay, for our eyes, we have, this is not necessarily a new product, but a product that they brought back, which I was so excited to see. So this is the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Palette, the original. So I had this when they first brought this out. I believe it was like a holiday launch a few years ago, and it was limited edition. So then they took it away from us. And this is one of the most beautiful palettes. These shades are so beautiful. And I would never really use it in my videos because I knew it was limited edition. So I don't like to use products that you guys can't get at home, so you can't create the same look as me, you know what I mean? But I would grab this a lot when I was just doing my makeup, you know, not filming and stuff, because of the beautiful color range in here. So I was so excited to see that they brought it back as a permanent palette. So I'm gonna do a quick little eye look with this. Makeup by Mario, you know what's interesting is, so Makeup by Mario, obviously another celebrity makeup artist founded beauty brand. And Makeup by Mario has quickly become one of my favorites. Like the products that they come out with, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, wow, this is really, really good. There's only been a few products that I've tried from Makeup by Mario that didn't overly impress me. And it's so cool to see the celebrity, you know, because we've seen the celebrity brands. Like we went through that phase kind of. I mean, I'm sure there's more coming. There's always going to be, but we have, you know, House Labs with Lady Gaga, Rare Beauty, Selena Gomez, Fenty, Rihanna, a lot of these celebrity-owned beauty brands, but then to see the celebrity makeup artists coming out with their own beauty brands and actually slaying, like coming out with these incredible products like the Mary Phillips Foundation from Mary Phillips, Makeup by Mario products. That has been something that's really cool to see as like a beauty lover. Also Patrick Ta too. Another one. And some of these brands are the ones that are really, you know, rising to the top nowadays, which is cool. Another thing too that I really love about this palette is we got a mix of mattes and shimmers. Like, are you kidding? How beautiful is that? A lot of Mario's, you know, the first palettes that he came out with were separated. So there was like a master mattes and then a master metallics where they were not in one palette, kind of forcing people, if you wanted to do a look with both mattes and shimmers, which is typically what I do, that you had to get, you know, 2 different palettes, where this has it all in one, which I really love and appreciate. Let me know if you still use shimmer shadow. I know matte eyeshadow is obviously like always gonna be a thing, but I still use shimmer shadow and personally like it, you know, especially a good all over the lid shimmer moment. Like there's just nothing like it. But let me know what you lean towards nowadays. Are you mostly mattes or do you still love a good shimmer? This top shimmer too in this palette, this is so good for a highlight. It is beautiful. Like look at that. I can't. Up next for a mascara, we have a new one from Makeup Forever. This is what is the name on this? Volume Artist Mascara. So this mascara, interestingly enough, is marketed as a volumizing mascara, and I actually find it to be like more lengthening and separating than volumizing, but I actually really like the mascara. I just don't get a ton of volume from this personally. It's more so like curl, length, and lift, and it definitely like separates out the lash as well. But y'all know if you watch me, like I am a really big fan of drugstore mascaras. Like my favorite mascaras are from the drugstore and like 10 bucks. So it really has to be an amazing product for me to tell you to go get like, you know, an almost $30 mascara. And it's nice. Do I prefer ones that are half the price? I do. So that's just the honest truth on this, but I don't think it looks bad on the lashes by any means. Okay, up next we have a new powder bronzer from Saie. Saie, I love their stuff. They make beautiful products. I have the fair to light and the light to medium. I've been using the light to medium more so. This is in the shade Almafi. These are really beautiful. They are baked bronzers, which are personally my favorite type of bronzer. So they give a little bit of like a glowy sheen to the skin without using any sort of glitter or anything like that. These are definitely very beautiful. Just gonna give you a pretty kind of bronzy glow for summer. Definitely gonna be something I'm reaching for. And they're not overly warm. If you can see, like this is almost more of like a cool toned one. I might have to grab the medium one because the light to medium is definitely more of like a neutral, almost cooler sort of bronzer, but the finish on this I love because it just has that slight like sheen to it and definitely very pretty. Okay, now for our powder blush, this is a product I've really been loving. So LYS is a brand at Sephora. I think they're severely underrated. I love their cream contour stick. It's beautiful. But they came out with these new blushes. So they're like a little duo where you get a cream blush on one side. The shade that I'm using here, this is Classy. So you get a cream blush, is more of like an orangey one, and then you get a corresponding powder blush on the other side. We obviously already used a cream blush today because I wanted to try as many products as we could, but both the cream and the powder on this is beautiful. I'm gonna go in with the powder on my cheeks. I love that these brands are doing these kind of duos now because I personally always use a cream product and then I set them with powders. You guys have seen me do that in my videos for years, whether it's bronzer or blush, that's how I do it. I think especially when you set your entire face with powder, a lot of the cream products that you used in the beginning get a bit neutralized. So then I like to go in and add that pigment back again, just for that finishing pop with a powder. And I really do love this one. Very pretty. Bring it right over my nose too. Last but certainly not least, we have new lip glosses. So these are also from Hung Vango. These are the glossy lip hues. So I have 2 of them. I am gonna line my lips real quick though. These are pretty pigmented on their own, which is nice. So they are not a lip gloss that you need to use a lipstick underneath. Unless you want to, of course you can. But they give a pretty good pigment on their own. but I just like to do some liner to define the lips. And then let's go in with this one. This is the lighter one. This is shade 88. And you will see it's a very light kind of pink, but it gives a good coverage. It has like a cooling kind of applicator, which I like, metal. How pretty is this though? Pretty kind of glossy finish with just the right amount of pigment. And they're not sticky whatsoever at all, which is nice. It is one you're gonna have to reapply. It's not gonna last for like 15 hours, but I would say it lasts as good as most other lip glosses that I've used. And the finish is just beautiful on these. And that is everything, you guys. Those are all the new products. Let me know, what did you guys like? Did you like to get a little bit more of a robust review? Would you prefer to see like the exciting and fun first impressions where we try it for the first time together? Let me know what you guys think. Everything we used today, I will link right down below in the description box if you guys wanna check anything out. Definitely let me know in the comments to any other products you guys want first impressions or reviews on, and I can totally do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.